Have you ever sat with someone, listened to them talk for 20 minutes straight, and then walked away feeling completely invisible? Like you weren't a person in that conversation, you were simply just their audience. Here is why that happens. And once you see it, I promise you, you're never going to unsee it anymore. To a narcissist, they are on a stage, and you're in the audience. And the audience has one job: to watch them and applaud. So let me show you what I mean by that. A narcissist tells you a story, and they tell it brilliantly. The highs, the drama, how everyone wronged them, how they came out on top. And at first, it feels great to listen because they're charming, they're entertaining. So you clap away, you nod, you gasp in the right places, and you give them exactly what they want. But then you try to step onto the stage yourself and you say, I don't know, you say, oh, that reminds me of something that happened to me, or that time when. And then all of a sudden, watch what happens. Because the lights go out, their eyes glaze over, they look at their phone, they interrupt, or they barely wait for you to finish before carrying on exactly where they left off, as if you never even spoke at all. Because in their show, you do not have a speaking part. Remember that. And here's the most important thing, and this is something that really upsets people. It's when you don't just share a story, you start to share, for example, a feeling that you have. So you might say, hey, that actually really hurt me. That's the moment that you've broken their rules, because now you're not applauded anymore. You're asking to be seen. And the audience is never supposed to want the spotlight. The audience sits and watches their show. So what do? They punish you. They'll sigh, they'll roll their eyes, they'll tell you that you're too sensitive, or here we go again, they'll say. And slowly, you'll start to learn to stop. You stop telling your stories. You stop sharing your feelings. You stop asking for your needs to be met. You stay in your seat and you just clap when you meant to clap. Now, just quickly, if you're enjoying these videos, I'd love you to join my private community, Survive and Thrive. It's full of people who truly understand what you've been through. And it's a place where you'll finally feel heard. You'll find the link in the description below, and I'd love to welcome you there. Now, here's what I really, really need you to understand, because this is the part that once you sort of understand it, it will set you free. The problem was never that you talked too much. It was never that you were too sensitive, too needy, or too much, or anything like that. The problem is you were cast in a role that you never actually auditioned for. You were made to be the audience in someone else's one-person show. But that's not really what healthy relationships look like, is it? A healthy relationship isn't one person performing while the others spend all their life just applauding them. It's two people standing on the same stage, taking turns to be heard, taking turns being understood, and taking turns feeling important in life. So let me just ask you one question. When was the last time somebody let you have the spotlight and they actually watched? If you had to think about that for more than just a few seconds, then you already pretty much have your answer. You were never meant to spend your life sitting in the audience for somebody else. You were always supposed to be on the stage with them. I hope this helped. Until next time, take care.